What's happening, all you hip, cool cats? My name is Kit, and welcome on and all to Chicago Reacts. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that ring bell notification. That way all of you are made aware when we upload new content onto our YouTube channel. And today is a time for justice. Today is a day for accountability. So first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to this wonderful YouTube channel called Warrior Tier. They're doing some fantastic work, great narration for Warhammer 40k enthusiasts like yours truly. But this time, it's not from an Imperial perspective. It's from the Orks perspective. Justice. Today's a day for justice. Justice for Yarrick. For those of you who don't know, the noble and glorious Commissar Yarrick was slain by the nefarious, weak, cowardly Angron of the World Eaters Legion, who has ascended to be a demon prince, the scumbag, the vile traitor. That's why Sanguinius told you what's up. You thought your rage could match his. You have no idea what was in his soul and in his heart. Angron learned that lesson the hard way, but I guess Angron's now got to learn the lesson again, but this time from the boys in green. So, as always, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that ring bell notification. So again, when you know we upload new content onto our YouTube channel, but also in the description box below is a link to the original YouTube channel. Please support the original content creators because it's the right thing to do. So please be a hip, cool cat. So, grab yourself a tasty... No, no time to be grabbing yourself a tasty snack or a beverage. Grab yourself some guns and a whole lot of DACA. Because us Ork boys were ready to go on a war. Justice for old One Eye. One Eye Yarrick. And since I'm in charge of the ones and twos, let's get ready to play this video in a 3, a 2, a 1.
We've been attacked by a scrap vessel that appears from... They don't know I'm here. They can't hear me, I think. They haven't realized that this pod is behind the wall. We were attacked by a ship that broke from warp jump on our starboard side. They breached our ship and started capturing everyone.
I don't care if you have to cut a hole in this ship's walls. Just don't find them now.
They're looking for me. This is Security Chief Ardo Dranel of the Distant Star. Find the Star stellar location and send assistance as soon as possible. We have been attacked.
All right, that's got the perfect vibe for a horror movie, or either that playing a survival game. That would be a cool game to play. Like you're just a simple human on a ship that's been boarded by orcs. You're not an Imperial Guardsman. You're not a Space Marine. You're just a random crew member, and the whole goal is to outwit and survive and escape a ship that's been boarded by orcs. That would be a perfect horror game to play.
If you can hear me, you better be paying attention or else. My name's Big Boss Scrappet, and this is my ship now. You can hear me, can't you, Kit?
Actually, my name is Kit, but continue on.
This is a nice ship. It's mine now, though. And I'm gonna make it better than you and them coggy boys could ever dream of. No.
Heresy! Heresy!
Humans only give us a hell of a crump. But they're all gone now. Most of them anyway. The captain of this mighty fine vessel wants to talk with me. Ain't he brave? Boy, it's working. Well, that was fast, wasn't it? I let him go. Him and a few of the others. As I want them to go tell the others where we is. I told my boys, I told them. Lads, it's about time we had two things. A proper bloody fight.
Mm-hmm.
And a proper bloody big ship.
You gotta love the Orks. Even though the whole universe of Warhammer 40k is an unending nightmare filled with gods and monsters and demons and eldritch terrors and artificial abominations and so much more, the Orks are just having a great time. They're the only ones living it up. They're the only ones having a good time in all of it. They want to fight. They want to have the best gear and have a proper ship so they go to the next fight. You gotta love it about the Orks. They're the only ones just smiling through the whole chaos.
And I is well happy now. Let me tell you a little story. I was grew up on a little world you probably ain't heard of. Since I was a little shrew being looked at after me dark. I always wanted to be a boss. You best believe I was gonna have me way.
Very good.
Told all of us bosses that we had to find who me ships. And I asked to who me war bosses were ain't grown this. Cause Glasgow's proper furious that demon man did him a bad one. Ain't grown done for old Baylor, you see. And Glasgow ain't too happy about that.
And again, we all know about Warboss Grayskull. He says that Orks need a proper good enemy. And old One Eye was killed by Angron. You don't do that to One Eye, but even then, I still find it hard to believe that Commissar Yarrick, the Commissar Yarrick, died. I refuse. Until I see a body. No. 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 And even if there is a body, it's a clone. It's a clone or a doppelganger, whatever it is. It ain't Yarrick.
Now it's proper personal. And I ain't got nice to look out. Now any humans that's listening, if you know when this ain't grown appears to be, you should let me know. That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
After his little red horse. We just gotta find him. And when we do, he's in for a right old morking grubbing. Me and the boys was well in the crop with them clanky claw things. When we got a call from Weird Boy Now I saying we was to come home and hitting orders. Well, me and the boys weren't having it. That was who I heard that the order was from Grayskull himself.
Yep. Gotta
Well,
listen.
Me and the boys ain't gonna ignore something like that, is we? We know better than the piss-off guys themselves, eh?
Yep. You don't do
We
that.
all got back on our ships and buggered off, leaving them clinky crab things to lick their wounds and wonder what was happening. When we got to the monster, boy.
So they're talking about the war that was going on between the Orks and the Tyranids. And as it has been feared, no matter how that war ended up, let's say, one side wins over the other, the Imperium has to worry about some roided up Orks that have now no enemy to fight, or a massive wave of Tyranids. But the fact that the Orks look like they're, I guess, withdrawing from that battlefield, here comes the Tyranids, and a whole bunch of gene stealers and other unending nightmares from the Tyranid hive mind.
I near lost my mind. I never seen so many bloody Orks. There must have been at least 100 of them. I couldn't count past that. But there were so many ships and Orks that I couldn't even see the planets. Anyway, guys, spoke so loud we can hear 'em all through the lips and all. Right, listen here. Y'all know about old Baylor. Them Yumi with the red circle eye thing, right? Well, it turns out some red git named Angron has got to kill them. Well, I ain't gonna tell you that the only git in this whole galaxy who was allowed to do for it was me. So you must be listening, and you must be listening proper. You's all gonna go find them. And then, any kid I say you ain't doing that, I'll crush them to death and feed them to the goats on my ship. Ain't no one allowed to kill me and Vespa me. I ain't having it. So go out there and so can find them. Tame and Brink. Any kid who tells me where he is gets his own ship and crew. Any kid who tells me any information about Angron gets to join me crew. He gets to share the loot. And if you're listening, Angron, you best get to running. 'Cause I'll get you, I'ma make slow work of you doing your in. I heard your big old axe and I'll be having it for myself. After I pull it from your soaking fingers, you're stealing. Good for nothing. Grout cursing. Crab hating. Piece of soul.
Damn. You know what? I'm rooting for Grayskull. You know? I'm rooting for the Orc War Boss, and I'll tell you why. I'm not a fan of Angron and the World Leaders. Now, yes, I know his tale is tragic. Oh, he had the butcher's nails put into his head. He was enslaved, all of this, but no. Angron was weak. Angron was always weak. Always a disappointment. Always a failure. As far as I'm concerned, Angron never had what it took to really fight. That's right, Angron, I'm talking crap about you. And if you look at it, you know, I forget which lore it was in or which book it was in, and maybe somebody could correct me, but Angron never had really much respect for Sanguinius. Now, I think we all know about that epic showdown on Holy Terra where the Demon Prince Angron faced off against the Primarch Sanguinius. Angron learned that lesson the hard way. Yes, Angron's always angry. He has the butcher's nails in him. He had the power of the blood god boosting him up. But there's no way his rage and that pain would ever hold a candle to Sanguinius. Angron effed around, and he found out. And personally, I think he effed around again, and he's going to find out what it's like to really go up against the green tidal wave of an unending Orc War. Angron, if I were you, I'd go run and hide in the warp, if you know what's good for you.
Now all do you get out there and find them? Tell me where Angron is. And if you try and do them all yourself, and I find out, oh boy, you go so much pain. You wish you was a squid, and big that squid keeps love ship. Am I clear? Me and all the boys was all shaking in the boots. Everyone was quiet for long been thinking about that. I'd heard about how human Mad Calls was, and now I know for a fact it was real. We was all proper pissed off about old Baylor. We don't have much respect for humans, but he had earned his. When we set up to look for Angron, I got to thinking the best way to find a Yumi is to ask the Yumis, isn't it?
Yep, there you go. Big brain. Big brain tactics by the Orcs. Hold on, let's rewind that.
I got to thinking the best way to find a Yumi is to ask the Yumis, isn't it? So me and the boys said about getting the Yumi ships and taking things to find stuff out. The Yumis that we talked to were real quiet. even shaking. Till we told them we was after the Diamond Bridge. And they told us anything they knew was what a lot most of the time. I got told my human war boss to hang on in his what it was hanging around a place called Armageddon. That's what gas me old Bailey. Us Orks had some.
The glorious Black Templar and the Battle of Armageddon. Oh, that Hell's Reach movie is such a wonderful treat. Seriously. Best fan-made animation, at least in my mind, because of the standard that it set. Long live Grimeldus. Long live all of the heroes of Hell's Reach. That city never fell.
Some proper friggin' voice on that planet.
And shout out to all my fellow Black Templars.
If you know anything about Armageddon or where it is, you best be talking to me now. And if you know anything about Angron or his lot of kids, you best be talking to me right now. Or else, God himself ain't called the biggest war. I ain't gonna let them down. I'm gonna make a voice what tells them where this David Ridge is. And Ark will crump and know he won't get him away. But to any Orks want to hear this, if you got any information about all this, I got a hold full of bits and gold and what have ya. And if you can hear me, Angron, you best be ready. Cause when we catch ya, and we will catch ya, we's gonna grind you in the face and find the trucks with ya. I'll put your horns in me shippings and my surrogates to bits. You've racked up when you killed old Bailey, and we ain't gonna let you get away with it. You ready, winged cat?
This is a distress signal from Escape Pod 6 aboard the ship the Distant Star.
I won't so can finish it!
Great narration, great storytelling by Warrior Tier. You could feel the pain and anger in the Orks as they lost old One Eye. So I want to open this up to my fellow Warhammer 40k enthusiasts, as well as people who are just starting to get into the series. What are your favorite stories or rumors about old One Eye, Commissar Yarrick? You know, the way the Orks describe him, he's almost as if he is their Chuck Norris. Old One Eye could kill you by one look. Old One Eye can't die. He's too strong to die. All that stuff. In fact, I want to see some creativity. If you got some funny jokes about the Orks would say about Commissar Yarrick in comparison to all the great stories and legends of Chuck Norris, type it in the comment section below. If this is the kind of content that you guys like us reacting to, type it in the comment section below. And if you know where Angron is hiding, you best be talking to the Orks right now. It's time justice happens for Commissar Yarrick. Even though I refuse to believe that he's dead. I refuse to believe it. But seriously, though, if you know where he's at, tell him he needs a run. If I had to add in one little nitpick, though, I know, it's one... Video's 10 out of 10. Perfect. I think what should have been added in there is you're hearing the head of security, or chief operator, as he's sending out the distress signal. The Orc should come crashing through the wall, grab him, and then say, "I wasn't done talking yet." That would have been maybe a little bit over the top, but it would have added a little bit more of like the Orc heard him talking, interrupting his signal, and he crashes through the wall and tells him, "Don't interrupt me when I'm talking." Anyways, what are your thoughts so far on, especially with some of the new lore? I mean, the Lion has returned, Angron is back, Commissar Yarrick is dead, the Orks are on a whole new war, the Tyranids are invading en masse, Reboot Gilliman is suffering through ultra depression, maybe needs to hook up with his girlfriend Yvraine, Maybe she could take care of him. I don't know. Type your thoughts on all this new stuff that's happening with Warhammer 40K. We love your feedback. Until then, folks, please be sure to also support Warrior Tier. They're putting out a lot of great content, and it's the right thing to do to support the original channel. So until then, folks, peace, take care, and Angron, you always were a coward. Take care.